podcast. This is episode number 9. I'm the Butler. I'm a full time reseller on eBay. Today we're talking about handling problem customers like a professional. Let's get into it. So, I've been selling on eBay for a long time, and I've noticed these patterns about people that return items. Like, I'm a big time buyer. I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. I buy a lot of stuff and I sell. I use the platform I sell on. I promote it. I love it. So, but when I get an item that's less than described or I'm not happy with, I open up a return, I return it, and my reasonable expectation is that I'm going to be treated fair. I'm going to get my money back. I'm going to return the item and I'm going to get my money back. And that's all there is to it. And people that don't list items appropriately have to understand that. If you didn't list your item properly or whatever, and you have a problem, you lose. That's just how it goes. And that means you need to take more time with your listings. You just need to make sure you're following policy and procedure and your listings are accurate. Now, with that said, I had a buyer write me a letter today about an item I sold him. And the letter went like this. Hi, got the item. It doesn't have a slot for SIM card and is lister as Wi-Fi cellular. How can this be? So I see what the problem is. I mean, I can see the Apple iPad 2 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi cellular. Oh my God, right? So any of you out there that are selling iPads and phones are just like losing your mind on the floor laughing right now. It's okay. I understand completely. It's a noob mistake to make. I do not sell electronics. One word screwed me. This listing is not as described. It is inaccurate because I listed it as a Wi-Fi. It's One could argue that that's Wi-Fi plus cellular. Even though any reasonable person would know an iPad 2 that came out in 2011, they didn't have Wi-Fi. They didn't have cellular compatible. So any reasonable person. So when I sold the iPad, knowing it's not upgradable and the way iPad 2 is, I thought somebody that knew these pads that had a use for it would buy it. Anyway, I get this guy who's claiming that it should be a cell phone. All right, so I'm like, right away, I don't want to admit guilt or play into this guy. I just want to feel him out and see where he's coming from because he shouldn't have bought this anyway if he thought it was a cell phone. He obviously didn't do any homework. He should have asked more questions. Because of one word I screwed up. I mean, like, I have to play this game now. Okay, so let's see where it's going to go. So I have to respond to this. So before I do, I call up eBay and I want them to get their opinion on it. The customer service person said it sounds like buyer's remorse. I asked for a reference number. I call these reference numbers partnership numbers because I can go back to them that they said it was what they said. I can refer back with these numbers. Okay, so I respond back to this guy with this letter. I say, hello, this tablet is Wi-Fi cellular tablet and is unlocked. This device works through Wi-Fi cellular. iPad 2 does not support SIM. So in this letter, I'm just trying to feel the guy out. I'm trying to pretend I'm stupid, like I think Wi-Fi cellular is an actual thing, which I got the eBay customer service lady to say it was actually Wi-Fi. So that was amazing. So I'm trying to make this guy believe that I think Wi-Fi cellular is an actual thing and that my listing is okay. And that, I'm trying to fill him out. What do you want? What is it you want? So I write that letter. And then now I'm waiting for his response, and he responds with this. Cellular means mobile data, and what you sent is iPad just with Wi-Fi, no cellular. Before I do a feedback, I propose to get a refund from you of $20 for this. So I mean, now I've seen blatant extortion in my time, but this tops them all. This is like so in your face, putting my feedback on $20. You don't. Now you could do that to a lot of sellers, and he's probably gotten away with this from a lot of sellers. But he just screwed the pooch on me, boy. There is no way I'm going to let this person proceed forward to do this to any other sellers in the future. This guy will not get away with this, and he will pay dearly for it. So right away, I call up eBay. Now, this case is ongoing now. This has just happened. So I call up eBay and I say to them, I ask them to go through the letters. So when I call up eBay, I don't tell them anything. I'm calling for help. I want them to help me. I'm not helping them. I ask them, these are the letters, read them, and tell me what to do. Right away, they're like, you know, the first customer service person didn't see it. They were like, well, you should wait till you get the return and then worry about it. And I was like, I need to speak to your boss now. And then I talked to her boss, and I'm like, I need, and I was in the security department. In returns, securities, not normal returns. I was in the security for fraud. And I'm talking to the supervisor, and I'm saying, like, this is blatant. This person is extorting one of your best sellers. I have zero negative feedback, thousands of feedback with no negative. I've been selling since 2010, and like I am not here to be extorted, and I do not, and they need to protect me right now. We cannot allow these people to do this to your sellers. This is ridiculous. This is flat out extortion. I don't care what their problem is now. They're done. They're done. So, the eBay lady, the lady at eBay, she agreed with me 100%. Now, one will agree with you 1 minute and then disagree with you the next. That's fine. I said, can I get a partnership number from you? So she gave me a partnership number as well, a reference number. So now I've got two reference numbers claiming that I'm perfectly fine. Okay. So I respond to this guy. Extortion is not allowed on eBay. You do not treat sellers in this manner. If you have a problem, you follow policy and procedure. I have reported you and will no longer talk to you. If you have any concerns, you deal with eBay. I will not promote this bad behavior. You have been blocked from all my stores. Done. So now I'm done with him. I don't have to say another word to him. He's tried to extort me. He's proven his character is less than admirable. He's not somebody that is sellers we want to deal with. He only has 8 feedback. He just needs to be dealing with eBay, and eBay needs to be protecting me. He's already been reported. I told eBay, I said, if this guy returns, if he opens up an item not as described case, now this is where it gets beautiful, because we're going to move into uncharted lands here now. So he's trying to extort me. He's threatening my feedback. eBay, they're like, he's not going to touch your feedback. He cannot leave a feedback for you no matter what now. So my feedback is 100% covered no matter where this case goes. I can refer back to these partnership numbers where my feedback is protected. He cannot extort me for my feedback. So we've got that protected. So what's coming next? He still could open up an item not as described case and return this tablet. I said to eBay, if there is so much as a mark, a scuff, anything at all different from any of the photos whatsoever, you guys, it'll be followed up in appeals, and I will be getting paid for it. Because I don't accept returns. So I said, if there's even a blemish, anything different on this, I'm not accepting it. All right, now here's another thing that nobody talks about that is, I think, the most important thing. As when buyers return items to sellers, in some cases, they just throw them in boxes. They don't care. They don't rewrap them. They don't give a damn. In some cases, you get a box of rocks back. And I'm like, what I don't understand is that at any time, a buyer can say, I didn't get the item you were supposed to send me. And it would start a whole new chain reaction on eBay where every seller has to have a third party ship the item. Ooh, think about that. But that way, you have somebody to validate it is what you're sending the person is actually what they bought. Now, the same thing applies to returns. Just because somebody throws something in a box and sends it to me, it doesn't mean I have to accept it. That doesn't mean you ship me anything. So let's just get that clear right now. You know, as much as a scammer could say, "Hey, you didn't send me this phone. You were supposed to send me an iPhone X and you didn't. You send me a Samsung or whatever." I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if somebody's going to send my item back to me and I don't accept returns, they better be using a third party. They better use a third party validator to prove it is what I sent them is what's coming back to me in the same condition, or they're not getting their money back. I mean, I'm just saying, if you follow policy and procedure and you play the game the way the eBay's setting it up to be played, then if people aren't using third party shipping companies, there's no way to protect anybody. And I'm just saying, if a scammer wants to scam you out of money and make you pay for garbage, um I'm just saying, we have a lot more tools at our disposal. We just need to be smarter than the crooks. That's all. Because these guys are idiots, and they always show themselves. Look how blatant this guy was. Send me $20 for your feedback. Now, I'm taking a stand for all sellers, and I know my videos don't get too much, but I'm gonna make a stand on this for all sellers, and I hope you all follow suit. I'm gonna do a follow-up video podcast, let y'all know how this turns out. I'm gonna win. I always win. That's what I do. I'm a professional. I follow policy and procedure to the letter. I cover myself. When I'm wrong, I admit it. In this particular case, I was wrong. But when people are less than honest and they start trying to extort you or do bad behavior like this on eBay, now we need to protect eBay and the sellers on eBay from this type of behavior. If I paid this guy $20, he'll do it to another person and another person. But if we all say, sorry, once a letter comes in, that's a form of extortion, even if it doesn't say pay me. I could win a case even if it didn't say pay me $20. Just the letter alone is a threat. Because what are you going to do? He's saying to you, hey, look, I'm giving you an opportunity to do something before I start messing with your life. Now that affects your money for a whole year. You can't let people play with you like this, and you pay eBay a lot of money. So, before you start responding to these letters and stuff, you need to really call up eBay, get them involved, get those partnership numbers. But we can't allow these buyers to extort us like this. Now, I know in this case I was wrong. My listing was inaccurate. And, like I said, whatever eBay decides in this case, I'll deal with it, I don't even think I'll hear from this guy again because of my final letter where I say, extortion, you can't treat sellers in this manner. I wasn't rude to him. I was just factual. And you don't need to be rude. You don't need to put any emotion into this. Just facts. Just good old common sense. Use your brain and stay calm. And a lot of these scammers will show themselves, and you can win these cases like a professional every time. Hey, you guys are awesome. I'll talk to you soon.